Mm-hmm.
It's just this end here. It's just keeping it. The other end goes in. One end doesn't, so just a slice. Part of a slice.
Hmm.
So it's just part of a slice. It's very little. It's partial. Actually, it doesn't matter that part because this is the part that was needed cut off anyway, so that'll be fine. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, shoot. There's a screw in there on the outside.
That's why it's stopping it then. Oh, that fits better anyway though, that way.
Yeah, I need to pull it out a little bit.
Things you find underneath your house, under your deck. So, oh, that's not good.
How come this one here, you know what's going on here? You need an extra one here? Oh, this is the one we were talking about. Moving, isn't it? Because it goes across, it straddles across.
Maybe we can't move it too far.
I mean, we could shift the whole thing over, but then it just won't be centered. See, it's here. This catches the edge of it. But that's just the outside plate anyway. But still. Anyway, I'll go put this plate on. Okay. Yours is supposed to be this one.
See, between this post and this post, we cannot have a railing more than 5 feet long. Ah, that's not good. So this post to this post is like over 10 feet. 10.5 feet maybe. So we have to put 2 posts in here, as well as 2 posts in all the other ones that he was doing earlier. So when you're going to put your posts in, you've got the joins and you've got the joists underneath. And to kind of make the 2 posts that we have to put in here even all the way across, this one here was very close to the joist underneath, where he is putting that piece of wood to show him cutting and trying to screw in. So when that one's done, call it for the night. And then we have 2 over here, 1 for the top of the stairs, 1 for the corner of this front, and then 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and only there's 2 pieces, 1 on the corner there, and 1 over there. Again, can't be more than 5 feet, so I believe it's 15 feet across here, so there'll be 3 of them. He just has an extra board for some reason. Not sure why. Hope he knows that. So let's get in there. Putting those in the cement down there was not an easy job. It was difficult. Putting these under here, I thought was going to be an easier job, but it was difficult. It's hard to access. So once those are all up and in under, then the posts can then be screwed into them, into these pieces of wood here on the deck, which will then attach those pieces of wood that he is attaching underneath. If that makes any sense whatsoever, just stabilizes it, makes it strong, so the post isn't going to go anywhere. And then once you get these posts on, I got one post right here. It's got a thing on it. If you can see, they're made of two different pieces. There are. This is just the outer. Makes it pretty, really. You can attach them on, which we do. There's an inner one here. If you can see that. There's an inner one here, and that's attached to the post and screwed in also. So there's two pieces to them. Into the post, and then the post into the decking. So carry on tomorrow. It's pretty tight still.
Yeah. It's just a bummer. It's just such.
Hey, little baby homestead kitty. Kitty. Girly. Girly. Yeah, you're pretty girly, aren't you? Yeah, who's that? He's a pretty girly. Yeah. One of the homestead kitties. Hey, little girl. You and Mama. The only two girls in the house.
For a nap under here. Oh shit. Too tight still?
Mm-hmm.
It's still too fucking tight.
Two more that have to be done.
Just have to square a little bit.
Two more.
Just a little bit to make a difference.
Two more right on the corner there. On top.
Okay.
Two corners.
See what I can do with it. Right?
Yeah, we'll do.
So it's going to be about more than 5, but that's who cares a shit. That point can't be perfect. This one here is right on the line. This is good here. This straddle flow. Stop. Side ones. Is that too much, you think?
It's hard to tell because the post isn't up. Well, you're still within your 5 feet though, right?
Yeah, but it might be more that way now.
Measure that side then. No, I would think you're closer together now, are you not?
I think it's pretty good. So we'll do that then. But let me mark it first. Like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the green one here.
And the other one was green too.
Yeah, I know. But it's not all the way around, it's only the corners.
Oh.
Okay, let's take this off. And then we'll have to shim it too,
Mm-hmm.
Once it's in, it should be easy to put it down, right? So
Yeah.
they said put the beeswax.
I know. Well, yeah.
It might help a little bit anyway. Right, it might help. Except this, how will that affect this?
It's about, well, see where the screw is falling down, almost on the line?
Here. Okay. And it's not great, but I guess it'll do. Okay. Go along these first. sure it falls right in it. You break it this way or that way, you break it.
Mm-hmm.
This will help that plug it back. That's why you usually have to go up and down a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just afraid I'm going to make it too loose.
Mm-hmm.
If I go in and out too much. Okay, put it down again. Let's put these two in. Still touching the line? Let's see what happens.
Gangster. Yeah, it's okay. It's good.
That's good. That'll do. Let's throw that. Go on, we'll put those in too, and I might pull it over a little too. So, all right. I gotta get the other side here. Oh. Okay. You know that this drill is older than that one?
Yeah.
By far?
Yeah, I know. We bought the skillet Canadian Tire, I remember that.
Yeah, it's by far different.
That foot. Not
Drain hole.
Not the balloon foot.
It's a drain hole.
Yeah. Take the swelling out or something. Nice. Squeaky. I'll wake all the neighbors up.
Isn't that the idea?
I'm joking, it's like 5:30 at night, not 5:30 in the morning.
How long are these screws anyway?
3.5s?
Yeah.
3.5s.
Number 10's 3.5 is what we're using.
And this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them so far.
8.
And then there's little screw holes, I don't know if you can see that, little screw holes that will go into the wood.
There's 5 in the bottom plate on top of that.
Yeah, plus another 5. There's a lot of these aren't going anywhere. These are probably way beyond code.
We would have used number 12, but couldn't find any.
Yeah, it's probably
So
not
we used
code.
10.
So the stairs need railings on them. Posts need railings on them. And then we have some solar things that go on top of here, and then just some regular caps that go on top of these things to finish them off when we get there.
thing is for sure. It's a lot easier working on the porch than underneath the porch.
Yeah. It was a horror job for him.
Up ticks.
Yeah, he picked up a tick from found a tick on when he went down just the side, the hill over there. Another tick today. So they are out this year, so watch yourself and your animals. They're definitely out.
Good enough, I think. Yeah. Plus the cross beams, right? Railings.
Nope, no, don't you dare. She's looking at these to scratch. No, no, no. We don't scratch them. They're in bad enough shape, some of them as it is. See this split on this thing? Look at that.
So, I said we might cut these off on an angle, possibly.
Not that low.
Wherever, I don't know wherever it comes to, 42 inches or whatever. So this might be cut off.
True enough. We're not, like I said, we're only to the point that we are. That's a lot of work in a couple of days. And it was warm today, very warm day today. Sun has now gone away. Looks like it might even rain. Wind's picked up a little tiny bit. Kitties have come out to play.
Trilliums are out. Got
Trilliums,
those.
yeah, I got a picture of the trilliums. Over here.
Currants are out. Over there.
Yeah.
Past a welcome sign. That's where the currants are on the rock there.
Oh, yeah.
There.
No. See, and she's gonna wait to do that. Then she licks herself like she hasn't done anything wrong. Used to be trilliums all in between the bunkie, in front of the bunkie. I wonder if they're out yet.
There's lots of them down there. Tons
Yeah.
of them down there. Yeah, to the left of the
Yeah,
bunkie, there's
yeah.
tons of them there. Ow. So what I said I was going to do, and I never did, was we drilled it. Oh, let's loosen it up a bit. So the last thing I want to do is break them.
Look. Usually get a couple more.
Okay,
Right?
how do I?
Okay.
Try that. Now that I'm that close to the...
Hey!
No! No!
It's her. Just her.
Stupid. Unfortunately. Okay.
It's better. At least that's perfect. Right? At least it wasn't off the ground like it was.
I said some of this wood is softer than the other. That was hard, man. Yeah.
Right.
In case they're compromised. I don't want to take any chances. Got enough screws. Try get from your side. I'm in the wrong angle.
Ooh.
Just move just a little bit and move it just a little bit, it comes off. I don't like this. I gotta drill that again. I don't like it. Too much resistance there. Just don't like it. I don't want to break those things. Okay. Hope I don't have to take that out for any reason.
Shouldn't have to. Not the post, anyway.
Did I?
In here, lots of trilliums. You can see them. This whole section just fills up with hundreds of trilliums. It's a beautiful sight. They're out now. Not sure all of them are out right now, but there are some here. And little tiny black flies are out if you can see them. You'll see the little black things floating around the front of the camera. All the way up here, even where the trees all fell down. They're still just growing in between all the trees and around the trees. In the trees. Everywhere. It's beautiful. Trilliums. Okay, now that I have shown you all the time and effort and money, weeks of time, a lot of money, thousands of dollars of money we put into everything I just showed you in those videos, reading bylaws, talking to bylaw officers, gathering all the information that we needed, or we thought we needed, to finish this job. In Ontario, maybe in Canada, you have to accomplish and finish certain things on your house before you get authorization to actually live in it. And although we're living in this, it isn't deemed finished. We had the outside deck here, railings to do on the porch here, and the inside stairs, which is another story and will be another video. They need to have railings on them, and once we do that, we can actually close off on this house and not have to worry about permits or anything down the road if we decide to change things up. Anyway, in saying that, we did follow the Ontario Building Code. We thought we followed the Ontario Building Code. But municipalities also have their own codes. So you can live 5 minutes away from here and have totally different codes that are acceptable that aren't acceptable here. So in saying that, this is what we ended up with. These railings. Nothing that we did in the previous one was acceptable. Even the stairs had to be changed out. So, although these are beautiful, they weren't particularly what we wanted here. And the reasoning is When I say those black attachments, the base for the wood poles, the wood posts that we were putting up were important. Although those had 17, I believe it was, screws in both those between both those pieces. There was like 17 screws. They were nailed, screwed into. If you look down here, that is the covering that they use. Underneath, there's a plate that screws into the wood partitions underneath this porch here. Just like we were doing. The wood ones were the same. They were screwed in. I showed you that. They were screwed in underneath to boards. And the difference between this system and the wood system we were using was those covers and the plate. They were not. The company who made those, although they're sold in all of the hardware stores, the company who made those didn't go the extra step to get engineering permits on them. So because they were not deemed engineer approved, we couldn't use them. And we did not know that. We learned a very expensive lesson. So we got to the point when we found out, because this house is a Linwood house design, and the couple who own it came over. They became friends of ours, so they came over, and he gave us the bad news that it would not be accepted. So he conferred with the building inspector of the township, and he told them that unless we could prove that they were engineered, he couldn't give us that golden check mark of approval. So we were to the point of, we've had enough. We just hire it out. So Steve and his crew from Linwood came in and installed these for us. Put stairs down here. And stairs down here, another set of stairs. They changed up. Like I said, they ripped everything out, even the stringers, everything was ripped out of these stairs. That Rob spent a lot of time on. He'd never done them before, but did an excellent job on them. Ripped everything out, put these ones in, made them a little bit wider because our posts were going into the ground, not on the stairs. And these ones are on the stairs. So they had to make them a little bit wider. And like I said, they're beautiful. And they look nice now that they're done. But it wasn't the look we were going for. So all the money we spent on all the other materials, never mind any of our time, was just garbage. Can we use them somewhere else? I don't know. They're all cut up and we'll see. So these here, after these were put in and the labor, by the time I get the invoices from them, it's probably another $10,000 that we had to put on top of what we had already spent. So unfortunately for us, even though we thought we were covering, dotting our I's and crossing our T's on everything because it's very important, we overlooked something we didn't even really know about. So anybody who lives in Canada, lives in Ontario, if you're going to do your deck, make sure everything you have is engineered approved. I can't stress that enough. Learn by our mistake. and save yourself some money. What else? I don't know what else to say. It's like this house has a big black cloud over it. Everything that we've done has come back to bite us in the butt. And it ain't finished yet. And you'll see that in an upcoming video when we go inside the house to finish what we need to finish in there to get the approval to live here. Which, like I said, we've been living here almost a year now. I don't know about anybody. There's a lot of people that watch us from different countries, and maybe you don't have permits. But in Ontario, you have to have a permit. You have to have authorization to do things to your own house. In some areas, they call it unorganized. In those areas, which are few and far between, you don't have to have permits. You can do whatever you want within reason, because if you ever go to sell your house, it would never sell if you do things way off the beaten track there. But in unorganized counties, you don't have to get permits. We could have put and kept those railings up that we did, and they would have been fine. They would have been safe. They're probably stronger than what these things are. You know, these have 4 screws holding them underneath to this porch. I think it's 4, maybe 6, I don't know. The other one had 17. It wasn't going anywhere. So, if you live in an organized place in Ontario, check, double check, triple check everything you do. And make sure you ask the right questions, because I didn't know anything about engineered. Didn't ask the question. He never gave us that information. And voila, we end up with a different set of railings. And railings in Ontario are probably the most important aspect that they check and authorizations on. So, like I said, they look nice. You kind of wonder how we lived without them now, because, you know, you're up here and you lean on them, and it's just a natural thing that you do. But it took a long time to get here. One more thing off our list, and live and learn. So I wanted to show you, because these are the whole reason you have to spend $10,000 more. See, these are metal. I mean, these are very strong steel, not aluminum, steel. Okay, very, very strong, very, very sturdy. This is the plate that goes down. This is the back of it. Tells you how to put them on. Once you can see, we used 1, 2, 3, 4. We used 1 only in the middle. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Those are the screws we used. We could have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We could have used 17 screws to put these in, opposed to 4 screws. And my whole point in showing you this is, these are sturdy, these are safe. There's nothing wrong with the system that we were using. And I think safe over engineered, and I say that sarcastically, because today's the way the world is today, you know, it's hard to put food on the table for your family, nutritious food. You know, it's hard for people to find houses, never mind build $10,000 railing system. Like, it's ridiculous. Safety should come over anything that has to be engineered. If it's safe, if he can come up here, the building inspector, shake it, jump on it, whatever he needs to do, if it's safe, that's all that should matter. It should pass. Like, I'm really perturbed. I really am. I'm really pissed off because, you know, an everyday homeowner, we don't build. We're not construction people. You know, we don't build for a living. We build for what we need to make it right for us. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with safe. But there should be nothing wrong with safe. Okay? This is safe. What we were building was safe. These things here, you can't get any stronger. And here's a little, another one inside to show you how to do it. Because us construction people don't know how to do things. This is the thing that we didn't see before, or I did not see before. And I don't know if you can read it or not. It says the use of desalting salt or salt chlorination system in the vicinity can greatly reduce the normal life expectancy of steel products in general. Please ensure compatibility of the products with the manufacturer. Actually, it doesn't say anything about your town. I thought it did. It doesn't. No, it does. Right down here, and you can't see it with the GoPro because I can't that close, but it says, after you have all this important stuff here, little tiny piece down here in this little tiny square, before installing this product, please make sure you observe all building codes in your area. What we did, we had the right distance between posts. We had the best, oh, hold on, the kids gotta go indoor. We observed our building codes. These engineered ones can go 8 feet between post to post. Using the wood ones, we could only go 5 feet. So where there is one post here between the 2 wooden posts, we were going to do 2 posts. So these distances between all these posts here, they all vary from 11 something to 12 something, 13 something maybe, I don't know, I can't remember now. Anyway, so we were going to put 2 posts in between here. Very sturdy, 2 posts. And then wood up here, wood balusters, and wood at the bottom. The right wood, the right kind of trees. Everything we were doing that we bought was what the Ontario Building Code and the municipality codes say to use. And there is no written municipality code anywhere. Unfortunately, you gotta call the guy. You gotta try to get a hold of the guy 2 or 3 days later, he will return your call. But you're in the middle of a project. Like, I can't sit and wait 4 days to get an answer to something. And then if another question comes up, you know, it's the same circle that you're running around in there. So the materials that we used were correct. The spaces, the footage between posts were correct. The nails, the screws, everything that we used. Everything that connected anything together was all correct. It all met the specs of what the building code said we had to use. The absolute only thing was the word engineer, which didn't really come up in any conversation. I never asked the question because, again, I didn't know anything about it. Rob, I don't think, knew anything about it. Safety to us was our main concern, which is why we were putting, you know, 2 of these posts in the middle of here to make it safe. Nobody was going over anywhere. There's no young kids here. We won't have any young kids probably around here. Like, nobody's going over these things except for us, if anybody went over. So it just makes me mad with today's world, that's all. You know, there's so many more things that are much more important. And we're seniors. You know, we're living off our pensions. If you can live off a pension, we're living off our pensions. Whatever money that we had saved up, you know, we don't have a lot to go around. Feeding my family is more important than railings. But then I can't close the house off if we don't have the railings. So, again, it's a vicious circle there, isn't it? What comes first? And now I see why the way of the world seems to be the way it is. There are things that are important, so important to us, engineered, and I'll use that word 1,000 times because it just makes me pissed off, comes over safety. Because we don't have these little things here, because the company didn't spend the extra money to get these approved, engineered, stamped, whatever they do to them. We have to change the whole aspect of what we wanted to do. So that's all I'm going to say. Just wanted to show you that it actually is a very, very safe, sturdy product. And if you have these on yours, congratulations, built before and was already passed its occupancy, and then you can do whatever you want, because then it becomes your house. You know, right now we're still being told what we can do with our house. You can't do this, can't do that, gotta do this, gotta do that. And if we ever move out of here, we will never build a new house again. I can guarantee you that one. We move from here, it'll be a house that's already built, maybe in an unorganized county. That way, if we change anything up, we can do whatever we want, because nobody's going to be looking over our shoulder and telling us you can't use those post covers. You can't use them because they're not safe. They haven't proven to be safe. Let me change that. They are safe. They're just not proven by the tests that they do to be safe. So that's my take on this. You know, sorry if I've bored or angered any construction workers out there, because I understand permits. I understand the safety issue. I understand that it's there for a reason. I'm sure there are many people that have toppled over railings or hurt themselves in any other way because somebody really didn't do their job to make it safe and just went with, you know, whatever. We researched things. We thought we covered every angle except for one. And I'll say it again. engineered. And on that note, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, sharing. Hit that notification bell so you can always be told when we have a new video out. And go out, enjoy yourself. Nature. Look at those trees. Look at them breathing in oxygen. Look at them waving their little hands around. That's what is important in life. Getting out and enjoying. I got a canoe down there. Still needs to be used this year. And it will. Fireplace for entertainment at nighttime. After 7 p.m. that is, because again, there's rules that we follow. Not everybody on this street follows that same rule, but we follow it. Can't have fires till after 7 p.m. So we don't. Life is full of rules, isn't it? Some are good, and some are just a tad too tight. Need some little bit of flexibility in there. Come out, see the product. See how it works. Is it safe? Good. Pass it. Never mind this engineered baloney. Okay, I'm gonna go. Enjoy your day. Don't buy these unless you check it out first. A little baby caterpillar who's not moving right now because it's scared. You know, but look. Look. Caterpillar, see? You see the caterpillar? Look, don't get kitty. Look, don't step on her, okay?